So this is going to be my first live on YouTube. I have 432, 528, all of them hertz playing in the background. I know this is a bit random. Let me bring the mic closer. My son is sleeping. I don't want to wake him up. I hope everybody's doing well. I know sometimes on my face I don't look too excited about things all the time, but I'm a realist, you know what I mean? It's raining outside. I done went through some stuff just now, man, so excuse me. But I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone is good, you know what I mean? This was a Daily Bugle live reminder to myself and others to keep continuing your journey. Most of the time, we don't understand the fact that what we're doing is causing something big for someone else or for people to follow you. Nowadays, people are not really understanding the fact that they have the key within them. We, as a human species, tend to look for outside sources to govern us. Now, I just deleted well, not delete, but just like uninstalled my Facebook and my Instagram. The reason why I uninstalled it is because I think I overindulge into things too much. Being that I'm an overthinker and I'm the type of guy that likes to analyze things in a good way because I'm a visionary. My palm says that. with the crescent moon, you know what I mean? My palms with the crescent moon with the double M's tells me that I'm a leader and I'm a visionary. Not so much so a seer. So I don't have that much clairvoyance. It's there, but my intuition is sharp with leaderships in my visionary aspect. I talk about myself most of the time because I like to speak off my own experience to help others. I don't like to just talk off of stuff that I see people, when people do things in their own spaces, being that doing things what I mean, when people are peace, what's going on, man? Peace, how's everybody doing? I was just talking about how people know what they have to do, but sometimes they tend to kind of veer away from their task and goals. I'm just trying to remind people to keep on that goal. It's so easy to get sidetracked nowadays, man. You know what I mean? Peace, I respect that. The real baby Kia said to keep streaming, you the best, bro. I appreciate that. You see, I'm talking about is positive energy. Make sure y'all like the video, man. So I finally got my mic fixed. I finally got a light for my camera. You know what I mean? I'm just slowly coming into the section. We have 432 playing in the background. We have 528 hertz playing in the background, as you can see. Sometimes people want to unwind and figure out how to do certain things, and I'm here to help. You're now watching the beginning stages of my journey. Yo, if we stay together, we can grow, you know what I mean? So, the reason why I say that is because I'm not the type of guy that's going to just come on and do things to hit your dopamine high. I'm trying to come on to give people the educational purpose type of reasoning so you can learn while get entertained. So let me go back. Let me start off from the jump because I feel like I'm just blabbing. So peace to you, the real Kaya the real baby Kaya, KIA, said I hope you have the best weekend. Likewise, return it back to you. Peace. let me start back, way back. Like, all right, so look, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, right? I was born in the islands, right? I was born in a small twin island called Trinidad and Tobago, in in a small town called Mount Hope. This place was an all-water birth hospital. So my mom was born in an all-water birth hospital. So I dove into the planet, into some water when I came out my mom's womb, right? In Mount Hope, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's fast forward a little bit. My grandpa had a lot of property. He owned a lot of businesses and stuff. And my mom was moving around, so she left me with my grandpa. So I used to watch my grandpa a lot. I used to see how people were so nice to him just because he had money. In a third world country, he didn't have like the American money, or all of the people are like, you know, like, crazy rich. But he had enough money because he sustains himself for his own business. So he had like a deli in front of his house, and he had some property. So as a 1-year-old, 2-year-old kid, I'm running around there like, hey, this is life. I didn't see nothing else less than life than having the best. So with that being said, I would go into the deli my grandpa, I would go into the deli and people would be like, hey, how you doing? They'll be so nice to me and stuff, man. I'm like, yo, why is everybody so nice to me, yo? And I realized that it's because of the money, man. It's because they want to try to get a raise from my grandpa. They want me to go and tell my grandpa to give him. I'm just a kid. I'm only 2 to 3 years old, and I remember all of this too, man. So, long story. Let's fast forward a little bit. I got ambitious. I started to get a little older, like 3 or 4 years old. I said, hey, I want to go. Where's my mom? You feel me? Because she left me with my grandpa because my grandpa had a lot of money at the time. So my mom, I wanted to visit. I wanted to see who she was. You know what I mean? So, and then my grandpa said, oh, your mother's in America. So I said, all right, I want to go see my mom. And he flew me out to go see my mom in America. And I said, where in America? He said, it's a place called New York, Queens. And Queens, it was a journey, because I noticed that my mom, everything was like different from back home in Trinidad and Tobago. Queens, New York, right? Boom, we have people, we have fast-paced stuff, we got people talking, we got people on the trains. Excuse me, I'm trying to talk quiet because my son is sleeping back there. But this is my first time going live, man, so I'm just trying to give a quick little thing. My phone about to die, all kind of stuff, and just testing out my mic and my camera, just testing out the weather, you know what I mean? So anyway, Queens was crazy because Queens, New York, it was just so like, man, I seen a lot as a kid, right? And then my mom kept telling me like, listen, this place is different. You can't be doing the stuff like how you doing in Trinidad, right? So I had to learn. I grew up in the city in New York now as a little young islander, and I realized my peers. Let me tell you a quick story. All right. So my first experience with a girl in America, right? I was in second grade or first grade, second grade, and it was these two girls, one named Melissa and one named Danielle. Now this is back in 1993, 94. Melissa and Danielle were my friends, right? And the reason why they were my friends was because I had chocolate milk. Remember I was telling you how my grandpa had property and he had money in Trinidad? So I noticed how he was moving. I'm thought, okay, well, if you have money, you're cool. So when you have chocolate milk back then, it was like you had a lot of money and stuff. You know, when you were a kid and stuff, and you were in school. So I always had the chocolate milk. It's the second grade. And then Melissa and Dan, I can't forget these girls' names. Melissa and Danielle, they was my friends because I had the chocolate milk. And I didn't really like it, so I would give it to Melissa. Melissa was her friend, and she would share it with Danielle. This is in school, going to school, right? Like a little elementary school. And I noticed how these girls are my friends. So long story short, my mom was like, hey, what are you doing with your school money? Your teacher say you don't like the chocolate milk that you're getting in school. Who are you giving your milk to? I'm like, how did she, rest in peace, my mom, because how did she know that I was giving away my chocolate milk? Parents know everything, man. Parents knows everything. So she was giving away, so she knew Let me know if y'all can hear me too, because this is my first time using the microphone and stuff, man. I'm a little shy, man. It's my first time going live and stuff like that, but yeah. So like, I was like, yo, how does she know that I was giving my money away to this girl? So my mom said, hey, listen, tomorrow, because I told her those girls are my friends. She said, okay, tomorrow when you go to school, don't give your milk out and see what happens. So boom, I didn't give my milk out, right? I didn't give it out, and sure enough, these girls cursed me out, man. And talking about in first grade, you a bum, da da da. I said, man, America is tough, man. That's why I was like, man, I've been going through some stuff in America for a while now. I think it's time for me to leave. You know, because the whole mission was to go see my mom. My mom passed away, and now it's like, what am I still doing here? I love it. America is nice, but I've been going through a lot since a little kid here, man. I'm talking about racism, closet secret, through peers, people hating and stuff. So it's like, I be telling myself sometimes, man, like, we all have to understand the fact that nothing is not gonna be, people are not gonna, I almost dropped the camera. So I want to say people are not gonna always understand you all the time. They're gonna keep misunderstanding you. Just like right now, like I'm not worried about people coming in and out the live and stuff. This is my first time on there, and I had a bit of encouragement. Somebody came in and said to keep streaming because I'm the best, and I respect that because I never streamed before. You heard? Peace, bro. I like that because it's like I need some motivation, and that's the world too nowadays. There'll be some people out there that motivate you. I've been doing so much motivation, helping people, that nobody even comes to say, "Hey, bro, I appreciate you." You know what I mean? Nobody says that, but I can't say that because somebody just said that. There goes my karma back from the universe, and I appreciate that. So yeah, so it's like, my whole point is to keep on the mission. Even being that I went through all of that, and then I said, so my mom wound up passing away when I turned to this fast forward some years. My mom wound up passing away. She had diabetes in 2002, and I went to the group homes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I didn't go back to Trinidad. I went through the system in New York, and I said, hey, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. So I'm creative, I'm talented, I'm smart, I'm ambitious. Why the hell am I still in New York? I told myself, I was like, everybody would just, all they do is hate on you there. You can't find no friends. The girls just want you for your, you know what I mean? Like, they ain't looking for nothing because everybody wants to be a baller. So the girls don't know who is who. They don't know if you a real dude or if you fake. So I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to a place where it's quiet, where the women can actually see me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I did. I said, yo, let me go ahead and move out of New York and take that step, take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith, and that's what happened. I came down there, I was homeless and stuff, and then I went on to become a medical marijuana grower. I landed a job to grow some weed and stuff. But before I got that job, I studied for it, so I was like doing. I have a medical master marijuana degree. It's over there. I'm gonna go and grab it. But when I got the degree, I went and got hired at some company. The company was acting racist. I flipped the golf cart, hurt myself, and they didn't want to give me workers' comp, so I sued the medical marijuana company. Keith Hughes versus Liberty Health Science. You can look it up. And I sued them because I don't know, man. They had to get it together, man. I didn't come into the business to sue companies. I came into the business because this is my passion, and I wasn't being treated fair. And being that Florida is a state where people can hire you and fire you for any reason, they didn't it's just fucked up, man. That's all I could say. So then I stopped. I got away from the medical marijuana, the growing. So I started to get into yoga. I started being a yoga instructor and a fitness model, a runway model, and an actor, and then all within 2 years, my life changed fast. You know what I mean? So all of this happened, and I started doing great. I started doing better and stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom! My wife said she was pregnant. I was gonna go across seas. I was getting my agent, my talent agent said, "We got you on the ballot to audition for the Spider-Man and Mortal Kombat coming in 2026 and 27, but you got to put in work now." And I'm like, "Nah, I have a baby on the way." They're like, "But you don't know how big this opportunity is." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck." I have a baby on the way. You know what I mean? Fuck. So just because of my face, how my expression looked, my agent was like, "Yeah, I think we lost him," because that's why I had got booked for. I can get booked because I can't hide what's on my face. My expression, it tells it all. Like I can't hide it. You know what I mean? It's like and the look on my face told the agents and everybody that, man, I ain't trying to go across seas and do no acting gigs and modeling gigs because I have a son to raise. Can you respect that? It's like they didn't even want to talk to me after that. It was like, "You lost your opportunity. We just lost contact from him." Like, "Nah, man, I'm just letting you know my situation, you know." But then that was right on time when everybody was going on strike. The people who was acting and modeling, they was going on strike, and I'm auditioning and people outside on strike talking about, "No, actors are not getting paid." I'm like, "What's going on here?" This is around 2022 and 23. I'm like, "Yo, am I in the right profession?" Like I got flown out to go to an audition in California, and all of a sudden, everybody's outside on strike. Damn, bro, you know what I mean? And meanwhile, my wife was pregnant. I didn't even know she was pregnant. You know what I mean? My head was hurting, so I'm auditioning. I had 2 double ear infections. I'm auditioning. I was feeling like crap. You know what I mean? I think that was a sign to prove to myself that I can do it. You know, that I can do it. Nothing limits me. I know I'm just starting off on YouTube, but I noticed how like it could put you in a box on YouTube, and I don't care if they put me in a box because I'm random, as you can tell. Every time I talk about anything at the time, so it's not about money for me. I mean, I know you can get paid with this, but you know how much stuff I can do to get paid. You know what I mean? Way more than YouTube. It's not about money for me. It's about getting my message to you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a psychic. I'm just a visionary. I see things before it happens. Well, I don't know if that's a psychic, but no, a psychic reads minds and stuff, right? I don't know. But I'm a visionary. I can see things before it happens. It's like my palms, right? If you look at my palm, it has the M. My other palm, like I was trying to tell you before, another M. So I have 2 M's on my palms, right? And then I put it together, and it's a crescent moon. Now, I didn't look at palmistry. I didn't kind of like dig deep in it, but I studied it, and I realized that I have all the good qualities of what a person should have in their palm. Like, this is the most rarest thing to have is inside my palm. I look up in the stars, and I can read the stars and the constellations and my birth chart and my life path. It's telling me that I'm really unique, but there's something in me that's kind of like blocking that. Like, what is this? Since I was little, I grew up around some narcissists, so anytime I'm doing good or I'm celebrating something really big, I tend to kind of like get scared of that. You know what I mean? I'm on my way to go across seas for an acting gig, possibly Miles Morales and shit. You know what I mean? But I denied it because I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta keep it real. I was a little scared, man. The only reason why I was scared was because I didn't want to leave my wife out there. You know what I mean? I didn't want to leave my loved ones, and I didn't know what was gonna happen. So I didn't take the leap of faith, but I did it. I couldn't. I had to take care of my responsibilities. You know, they couldn't understand that. If they could have understand that, I'd have been like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying this thing out real quick. I think I'll make this live 20 minutes. It just hit the 20-minute mark. I was just seeing what's going on. Once again, SPYDA Trinidadian, peace, love, prosperity, and affection. I don't even know how to take this thing off, man. I don't even know how to take it off.